what are the modern world challenges from psychiatry perspective? Has it changed a lot from the ancient times or?
Yeah. See, I look at ancient world as one where it wasn't meant to be, life was not meant to be easy. People understood that. Life was not meant to be comfortable. They understood that as well. And also not risk free. So I call these as Siddhartha's three realities. Prince Siddhartha, who became Buddha later on.
Yes, sir.
I use that as an analogy because Siddhartha actually had observed death, sickness, and old age as realities, three reality checks for him. And one hope was the enlightenment at the end of the day he had. So I consider the same parallel here, where ancient world had not an easy life compared to modern world. Modern life, I consider it to be a dream come true because it's quite special. And I have a mnemonic which I've developed recently, and when I done a webinar on coping with COVID. So modern life is very secure, it's predictable, it's entertaining, it's comfortable, information rich. And medical health is very advanced, and we have a longer lifespan. So we have less reasons to actually not rejoice. I think there's more to rejoice with the way modern life is. It's all good stuff. And modern world is perhaps the first time we notice boundaries of countries. Previously there were no boundaries for the countries, and people would invade one another and so on. So you can see how insecure people would have been feeling in those days. Now we should be actually feeling a lot more secure because there is chance for lasting peace. And we have world bodies as well which actually deal with global problems, whether it is health, World Health Organization, and so on. So surely the advanced health and the various things that are happening in modern life are things to rejoice. But are these really translating into us feeling secure in our lives? So I consider that we still have these fears, even though there have been a lot of advances. So I call it, let's cast aside the fear. We need to be content, we need to be content, and we need to be appreciative. We need to share what we have and be thankful for what we all have as well. So that is one thing. And then we also have been a little more indulgent in materialism. So deep material indulgence is something else which is also going to be a problem area in modern life. So the abundance that we see comes at an expense. So, the deep and persistent desire for security, when we want to be secure all the time, I want a house which will not be shaken with an earthquake. I want an area which will not be flooded, and even if flooded, I'll still survive. I want a zone where even though illnesses like COVID come, I wouldn't be affected. This is like a deep desire we have to be secure all the time. And when we reach that level of sophisticated, security, automatically we are not resilient anymore. We are not resilient because we have not seen the tough times or tough things happening in our lives. And therefore, American Psychology Association actually says that mental resilience is something where it's a process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, and threats. So, am I advocating that we should all face threats? No, I'm not saying that. But at the same time, expecting or hoping to be away from risk and have a completely comfortable life, that doesn't give you, or that doesn't yield good psychological well-being.